trueeducation and educational sovereignty. Hello, I'm here as part 3 of a series called Lifting the Veil. I'm here to help shatter the matrix and the illusion of our educational system and give you some insight as to how our children really learn and how they learn naturally. Hello, my name is Christine Cook. I'm a current Montessori teacher, a Montessori mother and a former holistic kinesiology practitioner. So we're going to talk a bit more today about the 2 educational paradigms that we are working in. So there's a whole group of people leaving the synthetic model that we've been operating in for many, many decades. The synthetic model has been given to us as a means to steer children away from their greatness. And the authentic model, which they know about the authentic model, that's why it's been inverted to the synthetic model. The authentic model provides children with the quantum educational system, which simply is the energetic system that's always been there. It's God's laws, the universal laws, working with cosmic energy. Moreover, it's working with heart intelligence and education of the heart. They know that children have copious amounts of light and arrive born into a world where children are operating in their highest potential, already tapped into this inner world of inner knowing and inner standing. They know that your children have a divine spark and a divine potential, and if left to work in this beautiful quantum energy and be guided into their inner genius, that your children develop into the pillar of fire that they are intended to be, and bring forth their God qualities, their mastery, and all their potential. So we can do this in the authentic model, and it's ripe and it's ready and it's already there. So it's a matter of tapping into this, which I can help you to do in these series of videos. And together you can take your children's education back into your own hands with educational sovereignty. So in the meantime, if you're looking for something, a curriculum to follow, if you're homeschooling or unschooling, I recommend that you tune in and do some research on nature play and natural settings in the interim, because your children are so tapped into nature, and it's a place and space where they can listen to the voice of their inner teacher and commune with their higher self. Or you may be able to find a Montessori curriculum that resonates with you and follow some principles about practical life experiences that you can set up in your home and be led by your own inner guidance with implementing new educational or learning experiences for your child. I give you a word of caution: if you're homeschooling and you're still following a national curriculum or doing a lot of online learning with your children, I would strongly recommend you search deeply as to why you're doing this and let go of any fears that you need to follow a state government regulated curriculum, because certainly in the early years it's all to do with programming. Did you know that early childhood teachers are allocated a certain amount of hours per week to sit down and program? So programming in the matrix, it's hard to recognize we're in a matrix, not until it's pointed out and things starting to reveal that we are. So how do they control us? Well, programming our children is a big way that they control us. And in the early childhood universities, or universities that teach early childhood degrees, this is just one of the course books, textbooks, that is given to new early childhood teachers. This is programming and planning. It's in our faces. They tell us what they're doing. Now, in this book, I've read it from cover to cover a number of times over many years, and not once does this book and many books like it that's given as course textbooks to university students, not once do they recognize that your child has a soul, that your child has a spirit and is a multidimensional being. And not once do they recognize the light and the potential within your children and the inner aspects of learning. Why would they do this? So it's time to really consider which paradigm you want to be in. Which paradigm do you want your children to be in? How much programming do you want your children to experience? In 2 days' time, the World Economic Forum is hosting Davos, where international government officials and big business from around the world gather, about 1,700 people gather to discuss your children and how they are going to create quality education. Now, I'm sure they don't talk about your child's divine potential there, or their divine spark, or their inner genius. Out of interest, last year at Davos, their educational outcome was that they need to close the digital gap between children that have access to computers and those that don't. So they're already telling us what their intention is: to provide children with more online-based learning, which is also another ploy of taking children away from their inner world, their inner aspect, having contact with their inner teacher, and drawing out their inner genius through their higher self, through higher order thinking and higher levels of consciousness. You see, you can't do that through a laptop. You can't do that through an external device. That takes you to the lower mind. It takes children down into the outer, lower mind, where they can operate and function, but they're not tapped in to higher order thinking, because it comes from within through a mechanism, through right brain work, right brain functioning, and to have a open heart that radiates at a high vibrational hertz frequency. So if you'd like to learn more about how children can open up their heart to higher order thinking, then I'll link here a video that explains how children can do this. So children can do this in the authentic model. So in the synthetic model, it's all about taking our children away from their inner world, their spirit, and cutting children away from their spirit, dividing them and leading them away from their true inner standing of who they are and their greatness and their potential. So we're in a very exciting time where parents can get to, again, take their children's learning back into their own hands, claim educational sovereignty and break the matrix, because it's crumbling, and soon everybody will see that the old system was a lie built on no foundation other than inverting the real, the authentic, so that we won't discover how great we really are. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it's given you some food for thought. Please consider subscribing to this channel and hitting the like button if this information resonates with you. I look forward to seeing you in another video. Happy parenting, and ciao for now. Bye.